Are you ready for what could be the biggest Treasury update of 2025? Because this week, all eyes are on Washington and Baghdad. Something is brewing, and dinar holders around the world are watching every single move. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of talk, and a lot of speculation about what might be coming next. Could this be the week that changes everything? Could we finally be getting a clearer picture of what's happening behind the scenes? In today's video, we're breaking down what this Treasury update really means, why so many people are watching it closely, and how it could affect your plans moving forward. So, stay with me till the end, because every detail we cover today could help you understand what's really happening in the dinar world right now. Let's start by explaining what this Treasury update actually is. When we talk about a Treasury update in 2025, we're referring to the ongoing conversations and behind-the-scenes movements involving international currency policies, banking system changes, and possible currency realignments. It's not just about Iraq, it's about how global systems are preparing for potential shifts in value and exchange mechanisms. Dinar investors and currency watchers are particularly focused on this because updates from financial institutions, the Treasury, or even the Central Bank of Iraq can give clues about timing or direction. These updates might not mention the dinar directly, but the implications often connect back to it in surprising ways. That's why every word and every signal from official sources is being watched and analyzed carefully. Now, you might be asking, why are dinar holders so focused on this particular week? The reason is that there have been several patterns and pieces of chatter pointing to this specific time frame. Many in the currency community believe certain systems are being tested, reviewed, or possibly updated to prepare for future financial operations. Whether it's system maintenance at banks, quiet meetings happening behind closed doors, or updates in financial communication networks, these events always grab attention. For dinar holders, any sign of coordinated movement between institutions can feel like a signal that something is approaching. Even if it's not the big event, it might still mark progress toward it. When we look at 2025 as a whole, it's clear that the global financial environment has been shifting rapidly. The Federal Reserve has made multiple adjustments to its monetary strategy. Inflation trends are stabilizing in some regions, and oil-producing nations like Iraq have seen gradual growth. These factors combine to create an interesting economic picture. Iraq's efforts to rebuild its economy, strengthen its currency, and attract foreign investment are all part of a bigger plan. The Central Bank of Iraq has been actively improving transparency, strengthening its digital banking structure, and aligning more with international standards. Each of these developments could help build long-term strength in the dinar, though results take time. Another key reason why dinar watchers are focused on this week is because of the ongoing talk about the tier system. For those new to this, Tier 4B refers to a group of private currency holders and exchangers who, according to speculation, could be part of an early exchange process during any major currency revaluation event. Now, nothing official has confirmed the timing or even the existence of this tiered approach, but it continues to be a major discussion topic. People have been trying to connect the dots, looking at banking updates, treasury activities, and international statements to find patterns that suggest movement. It's a fascinating but also risky area of speculation. Some people are pointing to changes they're noticing in banks. Everything from short maintenance periods to reports of new software updates. There are even claims that some banks have begun specialized training programs for staff. The theory is that this training could prepare employees to handle larger or more complex currency transactions in the future. While none of this proves anything by itself, these details contribute to the ongoing story that something is being quietly prepared. Dinar holders have learned to pay attention to small things because, in the past, major financial changes often began with subtle updates in background systems before becoming public. At the same time, it's important to stay grounded and realistic. Speculative investments like the dinar carry significant risks. The truth is, no one outside official financial circles knows for sure when or if a revaluation might occur. Many experts have repeatedly reminded investors not to rely entirely on online rumors or unverified claims. Still, there's no denying that interest remains high and optimism continues to grow, especially as Iraq works toward greater stability and integration into the global economy. The excitement is understandable, but financial caution is always the smart path forward. Now, let's talk about Iraq's current economic condition. Over the last few years, Iraq has been steadily building the foundation for growth. The country's oil production and export capacity have improved, infrastructure projects are expanding, and new trade partnerships are being developed. The central bank's efforts to stabilize the dinar and strengthen its foreign reserves have also been noted by economic observers. These are positive signs, even if they don't lead to immediate revaluation. Progress in economics often happens slowly, through years of small steps, not sudden jumps. But these developments create the environment that can support a stronger national currency in the long term. Meanwhile, the Treasury update this week is being closely analyzed because it may hint at broader global coordination between financial systems. Global finance today is deeply interconnected. When one country updates its policies, others often adjust in response. Any signals about digital banking frameworks, cross-border payment systems, or currency reform mechanisms could have ripple effects that influence investor expectations. While we should be careful not to read too much into every update, it's fair to say that many people are sensing a shift in momentum in 2025. There's a quiet but growing belief that this year might bring more clarity than we've seen in a long time. Another major talking point this week involves the increased discussion around digital financial systems. Governments and central banks across the globe are modernizing their systems. Blockchain technology, faster settlement processes, and improved digital identification tools are becoming standard. Some believe these changes could eventually support new currency structures or revaluation processes, making cross-border exchanges faster and more transparent. For dinar watchers, that's an encouraging sign. It means that the technical groundwork for smoother currency transitions is being laid. Whether for the dinar or any other national currency, it's also interesting to note how information travels within the dinar community. Online forums, YouTube channels, and social media platforms are filled with people sharing observations, rumors, and personal insights. Some claim to have contacts inside banks or financial institutions. Others simply analyze news headlines and economic data. While this flow of information can be exciting, it can also be overwhelming or misleading. That's why it's essential to approach everything with a balanced mindset. Always look for confirmation from multiple reliable sources before drawing conclusions. Let's take a closer look at Iraq's banking modernization efforts. The central bank has been working to connect its systems more closely with international networks. They're improving compliance with global standards, reducing money laundering risks, and creating smoother digital payment options for citizens. These updates build confidence among international investors and financial partners. The stronger Iraq's banking system becomes, the more stable its currency can be in the long run. That's why so many people see this as a key step in the country's recovery and future strength. In addition to economic and banking reforms, Iraq's government has been focusing on improving governance and reducing corruption. Over the years, corruption has been one of the biggest challenges affecting progress. Recent efforts to increase transparency and strengthen rule of law are being noticed by international observers. These are slow but essential changes that lay the foundation for a stronger and more trustworthy economy. A transparent system increases confidence, and confidence strengthens currency. This is a fundamental truth in the financial world. Of course, not everyone agrees on how close we are to seeing major changes. Some believe that the current momentum is just another wave of anticipation that may not lead to immediate results. Others are convinced that significant shifts could happen sooner than people expect. The truth likely lies somewhere in between. The economy moves in cycles, and timing is always uncertain. What matters most is understanding the larger picture and being prepared for all possibilities, whether that means a gradual strengthening of the dinar or continued waiting for revaluation. So what should dinar holders do this week? The best advice is to stay informed, stay calm, and avoid impulsive decisions. Follow credible updates, watch for any official communications, and be wary of exaggerated claims. This week may bring some movement, or it might just bring more discussion and preparation. Either way, every new piece of information helps us understand the direction things are heading. And right now, that direction seems to be towards stronger systems, more transparency, and better coordination worldwide. As we close in on the final quarter of 2025, momentum continues to build in global financial circles. The world is changing fast, and currency systems are evolving with it. Whether or not a revaluation occurs this year, it's clear that we're in a time of transformation. The progress we're seeing in Iraq's banking system, international partnerships, and economic management suggests a steady move toward modernization. For dinar watchers, that means patience could eventually pay off, but only if expectations stay realistic and decisions remain grounded in verified facts. This Treasury update might not bring instant change, but it does bring clarity. Every signal, every statement, and every action helps paint a clear picture of what's really going on behind the headlines. And sometimes clarity is more powerful than quick action. It helps investors make smarter, safer choices. The more we understand the structure of these updates, the better we can position ourselves for whatever comes next. And that's why this week's developments are so important to watch closely. So there you have it, the full breakdown of this week's Treasury update and why it has everyone talking in the dinar community. Remember, speculation is not the same as confirmation. Stay cautious, stay informed, and stay patient. The road to financial change is often long, but every week this one brings new signs of progress. What do you think about the latest buzz? Have you noticed any updates or changes at your local banks? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Iraqi Dinar News, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video with more analysis, insights, and facts from the world of currency news.